Hi, welcome to Codego. This is the second episode of the problem solving series that we started in HackerRank. So, we are trying to solve problems from HackerRank from the very basic problems and all the way up to all the problems that are present in HackerRank. So, in the previous video, we solved a very simple problem like adding two numbers, and that wasn't the main agenda of that video. We are trying to introduce the series and getting to know HackerRank, and now in the second video the problem is quite I wouldn't say interesting. It is just better than the previous one. Adding two numbers is not that interesting, right? Okay, so this problem is very simple as well. You just have to add all the numbers that are present in an array and just have to print it. Okay, so this is a very simple problem as well, I know that. And for beginners who are trying to get into problem solving and trying to learn a language, this series will be very useful, I think. So if you know anyone or if you are one of them, just watch the series completely and you'll definitely be benefited out of it. Okay, so now as I already told, this is a very simple question. You just are given an array, you have to get an input of an array. Okay, so you are not given, you have to get input and you have to add all the numbers that are present in the array and just have to return the sum. And again, as we saw in the previous video as well, we are going to erase everything that has been given in the program. Basically what I'm trying to tell is, in the early stages of programming, I want you to write the whole program, not just the methods. So you'll get yourself acquainted with all the syntax of the language and you'll get to type it faster. Okay, so that is why we are typing the entire code and not just the code snippet. So now we'll get into this problem and we'll try to solve this. This is a very simple problem. You just have to get input of the array and you'll have a variable called sum. You'll add every single value that is present in this array to that sum and you'll finally print that sum. It is a very simple question, and now we'll see how to write this. And this video we are in this series we are we are just using C++. So if you want to use any other language, feel free to use it, but I am recommending C++ for this series. That's it. Now we'll get into the problem. Okay, so I'm just going to solve this problem in CLine and just going to copy the code into HackerRank. You can write straight away in HackerRank, it is not a problem. I'm using CLine just because it looks pretty. Okay, so the basic things: header file, IO stream, using namespace std, okay, int main, and return 0. I'm typing this in every single video, not to bore you to death. I'm just telling you that in the beginning stages you have to write the entire program for you to get yourself familiar with these things and type it faster, even in interviews you have to type the full code in certain cases. So getting faster in typing is really good, and that we are doing it right now. Okay, so since the basic thing is done, we have to get this array input, right? The input format that they have given is, the first line contains the size of the array and the second line contains the array itself. So if the first line contains n, the second line contains n space separated integers, that is the array. So you have to get that input as well, and after these things you have to add all these numbers and store it in sum and print this sum variable. So that is the logic that we are going to use. So first we'll get this array input, right? Okay, so first I am declaring a variable n and getting this n as input. So we don't know the size of the array, so we cannot declare the array yet. So I am just getting the value of n so that we get to know the size of the array. So now we know the size of the array is n. We are going to create an array of size n. Okay, int arr n. So it creates an array of n variables. So you can get input into this array now. So how do we do that? We are going to use a for loop to get input for these values in the array, and that is what I am doing right now. I am running a for loop for n times. No, we don't use this bracket, we use this one. Okay, so I am having a for loop that runs from 0 to n minus 1, and that exactly is the indices of the array, because C++ we use array in 0 based indexing. So 0 to n minus 1, and we are getting input for these numbers, right? So we are just going to use the cin method and just get input directly into this array variable. Okay, cin arr of I. So for every value of I that is being assumed in this for loop, ARR of I will be getting the input. So for 0th iteration, ARR of 0 will be filled, and for ith iteration, ARR of I will be filled. So we are getting this whole array as input and we are storing it in this ARR array. Okay, so after this loop, we will have an array of integers, that is ARR. Now what we have to do is we have to compute the sum of all the numbers that are stored in this array. So what we will do is we will first create a variable called sum and initialize it to 0. Okay, sum equals 0. Now what I am going to do is I am going to have a for loop just like the previous one. I am going to iterate through all these variables or all these members of this array, and I am going to add this into the sum variable. Okay, so for int I equals 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Just the same loop, because obviously it is going to go from 0 to n minus 1. So I are using a loop and adding all those values to sum equal to sum plus ARR of I. So that is why we have the initial value of sum as 0, right? So for the first variable, when this loop crosses the first variable, sum's value will be the value of first variables. When the loop crosses second variable, sum's value will be the sum of first two variables in the array. So that is the logic. You are adding every single element in the array as you traverse the array to the sum variable, and finally after this loop you are just going to print the value of sum, cout sum, and that's it. This should work. So I am just going to copy this and going into HackerRank, I am just pasting it and I am going to run this code. Congratulations, so the sample test case has been passed. Now I am going to submit this, and as you can see all the test cases has been passed. So this is a very simple question, but you can still do something to optimize this. Okay, optimize in the sense it is not going to change the runtime of the program or any such things. I am just going to make it look simpler. So here you can see that you have two loops that are running for the same time. I mean 0 to n, 0 to n. So both the loops are running for 0 to n. So instead of having single statement in these two loops, what if we can merge these things? Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, instead of having a separate loop to compute the sum of the array, I'm just going to do that in the same array that we are going to use to get input. So before the for loop we have to declare this variable sum, and right after we get input for every single element in this array, I'm going to add that to the sum variable, sum equal to sum plus ARR of I. Okay, very simple. Instead of having this as two loops, you are just going to merge these things. That's it. Okay, so I think this is making it a simple version. Like instead of using two loops, single loop. It will not affect runtime or the complexity of the program or any such things, but just a thing that you can do. Okay, so I'm just going to check this as well. Submit code. I'm not going to run it. Just go ahead and straight submit. And it has passed all the tests. So this is working as well. You can follow either of these methods. Both are having the same logic. It's just using single loop instead of two loops. Okay.
So here we are at the title session of the video. And if we pass this array that is given to us 17, 18, 1 and 9 to the function that we just completed, what would be the output that we'd get? Let me know your answers in the comment section below.
So hope you understood this question. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. We'll see you in the next episode of this series. Until then, keep practicing. Bye.